Hey everybody, thank you for coming to my resource page. I wanted to create this little video to show you some of the items that I rely on heavily to get me into real estate investing and to help me throughout the way. I love going online and going on Bigger Pockets or going to different forums, but at the end of the day, it was what I read in these books that helped me out and saved me a ton of money. So I really wanted to show you what's on my shelf, what I go to all the time, and some books I even revisit every single year, and there's more details down on the rest of the resource page at affordablerealestateinvestments.com. So here it is. So in general, I have all of the Rich Dad books. Like I had Beating the IRS, but that one's just boring and it doesn't go into the detail it needs to be. So, I mean, if I could give that book back, I would. But Rich Dad, Poor Dad, I don't have up here, but I have it in my collection, is a good one. Another Rich Dad book is The Guide to Tax-Free Wealth by this guy, and this was one of the books that saved me a ton of money right here. He goes into all the different ways you can legitimately use your business to get more expenses, and not only do I read it, I think I've read it twice in the 2 years I've had it, and I'm going to read it again because some of the items I wasn't ready for, like one by one I take different items, but as you continue in real estate investing, your income starting, my income from investing, just pure income before expenses, is $30,000 a year. Each year, your income is going to go up by $8,000 to $10,000. So keep that in mind. Rich Dad's Guide to Investing was really good to give you an idea of what you can do with that. Retire Young, Retire Rich was amazing. And what's good about the Rich Dad books, they are all different. They all tell different stories. Rich Dad Prophecy, and I'm actually going to get every single one because every single time I read one of these books, I made more money. Either through tax savings like this one, or through getting out of debt, which saved me more money, or actually learning how to make more money. I highly recommend them. I have an LLC that I file as an S corporation that I not only have to follow LLC parameters, but I have S corp parameters. I got to pay federal taxes on my income. I am a business owner in other aspects as well, so you need to have these different books on tap. So right now, your limited liability company by Nolo, I really like. They're very simple and straightforward. They tell you why you need this documentation. You can get the free downloads and the forms, and they have templates for you to use. You can just rip it right out of the book. I use a lot of it for documenting meeting minutes, and when you get a little bit more sophisticated at owning an LLC, which I do recommend for tax benefits alone, let alone the protections it can offer if you set it up right. But also, if you do contribute to your business and it's not a capitalizing event, it's a loan event, you can actually mortgage the assets within your business. So when I put money into this account, I do it as a loan, which is in here. I document it as a loan, and I secure this loan by the assets in my business. So I make sure I have this documentation, and I'll go into that more on a bonus video for you guys later. But that's good. And also, when you guys get a little bit more sophisticated, you're going to see make your own living trust, because your LLC and other items will be put in a living trust. So it's a little bit more sophisticated. I'm not going to go into it right now. And another really good one is inspecting a house. Oh, I love this one. You guys want this one because if you can get through Rex Caldwell's book, you will know how to size up a house. It wasn't super easy, but now I can tell, telltale signs of what I'm looking for, what needs to be fixed, and why it needs to be fixed. Like this one, I got this when I was renovating a 1900-year-old home. I liked it because it had common problems like water drainage, bulkheads, just really different issues that go with old homes, which are mostly foundation. This one even gave you tips on how to renovate it. They're like, if you live in the place and you renovate a property that you're going to rent out, do this and do that. This will make it easier. These were a lifesaver, and I have a few more. They're just not here. They're in another bookshelf. But Stanley's Complete. I got these at Lowe's, and these are great because they go with huge pictures. So I didn't know anything about DIY. I actually wasn't going to do it until I had a girlfriend look at me and go, Lisa, you can just do that yourself. I didn't even know I could do it myself until she said it, but she inspired me, and I got this book for 15 bucks. It'll be cheaper if you get it off Amazon, and away I went. So the first 2 properties, I did a lot of work myself. It's very not applicable. I was able to understand everything. It told you tools you can use, why, what you're trying to do, what the purpose of everything was. These were amazing. You need them in your library. No, they're not paperback, but they are so important if you're going to try DIY. And they have it on electrical, plumbing, tile, wiring, and everything like that. And of course, if you want, I got this Home Depot, Home Improvements 1, 2, 3. I don't use it as much as, honestly. I usually just go to YouTube more than anything. And in addition, there's other books that I highly recommend. This one talks about how to live well without a job with almost no money. It's very practical and do this, do that. It's really good because it gives you a really good perspective of like why, how you can live without no money, how all this idea that you need a ton of money is sort of BS. And if they can live off a $2,000, $3,000 a year by making different choices, why can't you get an affordable property? You know, you don't have to get a $5,000 one, but don't count it out. Why can't you do that? And I think that's really powerful for you guys to all start thinking, why can't I versus what I can't do? As soon as you start doing that, it's really interesting what we all can do together. So thank you so much. I just wanted to give you a brief overview. I will have more resources at the bottom that aren't physical, like where I go to look at credit cards or to get emergency lines of credit, what I use for my monthly credit bolstering activities. And I hope they truly 100% helped you. They 100% helped me. And not only do I revisit them, I'm going to add more to my arsenal, because literally every time I read a new book, I learn one new technique that gives me a nose richer every single time. So you'll have to do this as well. You can't just go to the forum and online. You have to rely on your own self-teaching at some level. You can find this at www.affordablerealestateinvestments.com/resources.